Okay, the meeting will please come to order. This is a duly advertised meeting of the Joliet Zoning Board of Appeals. In our capacity, we hear petitions for relief from the strict provisions of the city ordinance. In matters of this type, the decision of the board is final. Respect that it does not go to the mayor or the city council for any further action. If you disagree with our decision, you do have recourse in a court of record. We also hear petitions for variations of land use. In matters of this type, we act as an advisory committee to the mayor and city council, making a recommendation either for or against it. The final decision on land use is made by the mayor and the city council. Again, I'm going to apologize to everybody. I just had some cataract surgery, and I don't know if I need glasses or not, and I can't see anything. So if I'm doing this, it's not geriatrics, it's just I can't see. Secretary, please call the roll.
Ms. Darley? Mr. Ferguson?
Here.
Mr. Graham?
Here.
Ms. Nevadas? Ms. Powers? Mr. Riggs?
Here.
Mr. Hennessy?
Here, we do have a quorum. We only have 4 members out of 7 present. If some of you don't feel comfortable with that and want your petition tabled, you're free to do so. If not, we'll proceed. Do we have any variations from the agenda?
We do, Mr. Chairman. There is one item, 2016-50, that is being withdrawn from this agenda, and that is the Galaxy Auto Sales, 1001 South Chicago Street.
Anybody here on that petition? Okay. That it?
That is all.
Let's proceed then. How about
It wasn't really a tabling.
Mr. Jimenez? Present? Yes. Okay, petition 2016-49.
Petition number 2016-49, the applicant and owner, Octavio of 500 Collins Street. Their request is a variation on a required rear yard setback. The petitioners are requesting a variation on a required rear yard setback when adjacent to residential from 25 feet to 7 feet in order to construct an addition to their existing commercial building. Site-specific information. The 16,000 plus square foot lot currently contains a 3,150 square foot strip center, and that's the Collins Street Plaza, that includes the Taqueria restaurant as a tenant. The property is zoned B3, and that's general business zoning. A variance from the Zoning Board of Appeals was approved for a major street setback and for required parking from 14 spaces to 8 spaces, and that was back in October of 1992. Surrounding zoning, land use, and character to the north is commercial with B3 general business zoning, as is the land use and zoning to the west and south. To the east is residential, and that's R2 single-family residential zoning. Applicable regulations are as noted. There were no comments regarding this particular request at the Community Design Review Board. General discussion, the approval of the requested variation will allow the petitioner to construct a 40-foot by 49-foot addition to the north rear of the existing building, which is depicted on the screen. The new area will be utilized as an expanded kitchen for the existing Taqueria restaurant. The new addition will be constructed with face brick and stone veneer on the south facing elevation and commercial cement board on the east and north elevations. The existing 26 parking spaces within the front and back parking areas meets the minimum requirement for off-street parking for the existing building and the proposed addition. If the zoning board desires to approve the variation, the following conditions would be applicable. That the new addition be constructed with brick and stone material on the south elevation and commercial cement board material on the north and east elevations that complement the existing building material and color, and that the new dumpster area be screened with a masonry wall to match the new addition and include solid locking gates. And that concludes the staff report, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, did you want to read the addendum in there?
I'm sorry, yes. Additional information, at the request of the Planning Division staff, the petitioner revised the elevations of the proposed addition to complement the existing building better. The new conceptual drawings, I believe, were included in the packet, and I'm not quite sure if we have an image to show on the screen. Oh, okay.
That it?
That's it.
Petitioners, want to come up forward, please? And I must swear you in. Do you swear the evidence you're about to present is the truth under penalty of law?
I do.
Your name and address.
Myra Jimenez, the address, personal address is 2257 Plainfield, Joliet, Illinois.
Okay, and you're familiar with these changes that, for the addendum?
Yes, I do.
No disagreement there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Any questions by the board? Anybody in the audience wishing to speak in favor of this petition? Is there anyone opposed? Sir? You're for it? Come on forward. I must swear you in, sir. Do you swear the evidence you're about to present is the truth under penalty of law?
Yes.
Could I have your name and address?
Alfonso Saucedo, 26013 South Kankakee Street, Manhattan, Illinois.
And any comments?
I like what they're doing. I agree that's okay. The only concern that I would have in the future, I would like for them to understand, try to do some parking. At least to move the commercial trucks out. I'm across the street, 468 Collins, Carniceria Rio Grande. And we have an issue with trucks. My only concern is for them to try to do something with delivery trucks. That's it.
Staff addressed this?
You know, but with the building, I totally agree with it. It's great.
Okay. Kendall?
Yes, so they do have adequate parking, even with the addition. My understanding is I believe they are in discussions with an adjacent property owner to perhaps acquire some additional land for parking, correct?
It doesn't take much. It's all they got to get is another, probably lease something else to move their commercial trucks, so the delivery trucks can
Right.
get in and out. It's very simple. So-
Yeah, I think they're working on that.
All right, that's the only concern I got, but other than that, I think the project is great.
Thank you for your comments. Anyone else wishing to speak? Chair closes the petition to the floor and asks the board for discussion and a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the petition. Please call the roll.
Mr. Ferguson.
Aye.
Mr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Riggs.
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Laraway Commerce. Anyone here? Petition 2016-51.
Petition number 2016-51. The applicant is Laraway Commerce Center. They are also the owners. Location, 201 Emerald Drive, and that's the north side of Emerald at Cashel Road. Their request is a variation of maximum height of a wall sign from 25 feet to 40 feet. The petitioner is requesting a variation to accommodate a new building identification sign on a distribution warehouse currently under construction. The property is located at 201 Emerald Drive. In January 2016, the petitioner obtained a variation to allow remote trailer parking at the site. Under site-specific information, the site known as the Hillwood Development, and that's Amazon Fulfillment Center, is located on Lot 8 of the Laraway Crossings Business Park, Unit 4. The 49-plus acre parcel is zoned I-1, and that's light industrial zoning. The site was annexed to Joliet in July of 2000. Surrounding zoning, land use, and character. The land use and zoning in the vicinity includes single-family residential, and that's zoned R1A, and unincorporated Will County to the north, undeveloped and light industrial, and that's I-1. Again, that's light industrial zoning. To the south, undeveloped, zoned I-1 to the east, and light industrial under construction, zoned I-1 to the west. Applicable regulations are as noted. There were no comments regarding this particular request at the Community Design Review Board. Under general discussion, the Amazon warehouse is a 7,460-plus square foot structure. The petitioner requests a higher sign placement on the warehouse building to assist in proper identification of the business. Site plan and sign elevations were attached to the submittal, and that completes the staff report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Petitioner here, want to come forward? You swear the evidence you're about to present is the truth under penalty of law.
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Candace Falk, 111 Schuman Boulevard, Naperville, Illinois.
Any comments you'd like to make?
No?
Oh, we're going to get through this in a hurry. Any comments by the board? Is there anybody in the audience that wishes to speak in favor? You in favor, ma'am?
Against, I think. Against, I think.
Well, I'm waiting to see if there's anybody in favor first. Is there anyone in favor of the petition? Okay, you're opposed to it?
Well, we both are.
Okay. Do you swear the evidence you're about to present is the truth under penalty of law?
Yes, sir.
Name and address?
318 Pheasant Run Road, Joliet.
And,
And Rizia Clerk, 316 Pheasant Run Road.
thank you.
Our biggest complaint, and I don't know about the wall there, but the wall, we're in, behind that industrial. It was empty lots when we first bought the
Where
home,
are you in relation to it?
right behind it, right behind it.
You'd be on the north side, right?
It'll be north. I mean, the whole, ever since the warehouse has come, I mean, your whole privacy, your whole quietness, day or night is 24 hours, has been completely violated. You have to put up dark curtains to try to eliminate the light that's coming in from the warehouse. I think it's the hub. I don't know if it's the Amazon hub or truck hub. It's right there. You hear people day, you hear people night, you hear cars, you hear radios, you hear if they open the door, the ding, ding, ding for the doors. I mean, you have no privacy anymore. We two are directly behind that warehouse. And the main entrance is right behind our homes. So there's no privacy anymore. The whole thing of having a home and privacy seems to be taken away because of the warehouse. And I don't know if a wall would help, but then that would probably take away from the value of our home, having a wall, if we even had the opportunity to have a wall behind our home. So I don't know what would be the resolution, but the way it is, it really sucks.
Okay.
Basically the same thing.
No, step forward. We have to record this.
Okay, basically the same thing what Suzette said. It's no privacy whatsoever. Car alarms go off. Cars are approaching with loud music at 5 o'clock in the morning. Last night I came home, I worked late shift, 2 o'clock in the morning, and it seems like, it's 9 o'clock. So, it's light constantly out there. My husband's a Marine. He's been deployed several times. He suffers from PTSD, like he cannot stand it. So, we're requesting something, more to be done just in a wall.
Are you representing a neighborhood association or just as individuals?
Individuals.
Individuals for now.
Okay. Staff, is there anything that requires a berm or anything?
What's before you today is a sign variance. The building is already in place.
Yeah.
The property was annexed 16, 17 years ago, zone light industrial. It is a bit unfortunate that there is some negative spin-off from the development, but it's part of what was planned to happen there for many years. What we could do is get with you folks after the meeting, get your contact information, and understand a little bit more about what the issues are. And then we could reach out directly to the Amazon warehouse to see if there's anything they can do to mitigate what's happening there.
Would that be agreeable?
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Come on, speak into the mic, please.
so I understand your frustration. I'm just a construction company, so it's not
Into the
my
mic.
fault. So Amazon was sensitive to the neighbors to the north, the residential neighbors. When we built the warehouse, it was originally a spec warehouse, and we put the main entrance was supposed to be to the south. Because there's residential to the north, they did make that the main entrance, so that all the trucks would be coming into the south, so you wouldn't have the backup noises from the trucks and the lights from the trucks and all the noise from the trucks. So they were trying to be sensitive to that. There is a large berm there to kind of you know, minimize the lights and the noise and stuff. Obviously, it's still a problem. They do run 24 hours. I mean, it would have to be something that would have to be brought up to them, to Amazon, to, I don't know, to build a wall or whatever,
Well,
you know.
staff suggested that you get together and come up with some sort of a plan.
And the building sign that we're talking about here is on the south side, so it is lit, but it wouldn't impact the neighbors to the north whatsoever.
And that is zoned properly, so there's nothing new there on, and we're just talking about a sign, so. Okay, any other comments you'd like to make? Thank you for your comments. Anyone else wishing to speak in opposition? Staff, any comments?
I just have a comment for Candace. If you could recommend to Amazon to put a memo out to their employees, because it sounds like the workers are the ones.
Yeah, it's
Leaving-
probably shift
let's-
changes and people coming in
Yeah.
and whatnot, and we are,
Exactly.
you know, we're working with them on speeding and speed bumps, so maybe but that's not gonna help with radios and.
Get together with staff and
Yes, please.
figure out some
Okay.
sort of a compromise that will appease everyone, all right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was going to be our comment as well. It sounds like more of an employee issue. And maybe there are some things that they could put in place to mitigate that, you know, turn radios down and,
Okay.
you know, be neighborly.
Right.
So we can have those
You
conversations.
could post some signs up there, you know, advising your personnel to try to be more amenable to the people that live in the area.
Right.
All right, thank you. I'm going to close petition to the floor and ask the board for a motion and a vote.
Motion to approve. Second.
We do have a motion and a second to approve the petition. Call the roll.
Mr. Graham?
Aye.
Mr. Riggs?
Aye.
Mr. Ferguson?
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy?
Aye. Okay. Midwest QSR LLC, anyone here? Petition 2016-52.
Petition number 2016-52. The applicant is Midwest QSR LLC. The owner of the property is Race Property Group LLC, location 441 East Cass Street. Their request is a variation on signage. The petitioner is requesting a variation to allow an additional wall sign that does not face a street front for a new Checkers restaurant. The 1.45 acre site is zoned B3 General Business and currently contains a multi-tenant commercial building and a Checkers restaurant that is under construction. The petitioner received variations from the zoning board in February of 2016 to allow two main buildings on one lot, on maximum allowed parking from 90 spaces down to 75, and on a minimum allowed building setback line when adjacent to residential from 30 feet to 1 foot in order to construct the Checkers restaurant. The petitioner also received approval to add a second monument sign on the property that included an electronic message center, and that was at the July 2016 zoning board meeting. Surrounding zoning, land use, and character. To the north is residential and also undeveloped parcels, and that's zone R2, single family. To the south is commercial, zone B3, general business. To the east is commercial and residential, zone B3 and R2. To the west is commercial and residential, zone B3 and R2 as well. Applicable regulations are as noted. There were no comments at the Community Design Review Board level. Under general discussion, the requested variation on signage will allow the new Checkers restaurant to add a wall sign on the east-facing elevation of the building. The proposed sign will include a 3-foot by 8-foot Checkers Crazy Good Food oval that is 22.6 square feet in total area. The need for the sign on this elevation is to identify the location of the restaurant for westbound traffic on Cass Street and for those circulating within the commercial plaza itself. And that concludes the staff report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Petitioner. You swear the evidence you're about to present is the truth under penalty of law.
I do.
Name and address, please.
George Lattis, Lattas, 3660 West Irving Park Road, second floor, Chicago, Illinois, 60618.
Thank you. Go ahead.
We really have no further comment, but are happy to answer any questions that this board may have.
Yeah, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Any questions by the board?
Yeah, Mr. Lattice, will this finally complete the final phase to finish your restaurant?
We hope so. I mean,
hope so,
we
too.
came
It's been
here in
going on.
July and it would have,
Yeah, I've got a bet on whether you or Culvers get done first.
we're pretty close. We're pretty close to done
Right.
now, so.
That was my question.
Okay, any other comments by the board? Anybody in the audience wish to vote in favor? Anyone opposed? Chair closes the petition to the floor and asks the board for discussion and a motion.
I'll move for approval, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Call the roll.
Mr. Riggs?
Aye.
Mr. Ferguson?
Aye.
Mr. Graham?
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy?
Aye. Under old business, petition 2016-45.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You want to hear?
Yeah. Mr. Matthews?
I'll wait till you.
God bless you, gentlemen. Nathaniel Matthews. But that I have an objection to proceeding with a board short of an odd.
So you're wanting us, you're requesting a table?
Yes.
Staff have
I
any problem with
discussed
that?
it with-
No problems.
Motion would be in order to table this till when? The next scheduled meeting?
Yeah, big problem.
The next scheduled meeting?
Right.
Okay, motion would be in order.
So moved. Second.
You have a motion and a second to table petition 2016-45 to the next scheduled zoning board meeting, which will be in, what date? Because that's right around Christmas time, isn't it? What is the date?
We believe it's December 17th, third Thursday in December. Third
Yeah,
Thursday
yeah,
in
yeah, that'd be
December? Okay.
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 Oh, I'm sorry, 15th?
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
All those in favor of approving the minutes of the last meeting signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those in favor of adjournment better say aye.
Aye.
Good.
Good.
We're out of here.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, if I could just beg your indulgence for a few minutes. I think our new planning director may have introduced himself to you all earlier, but I
We
just,
forced him up here.
oh, okay, I just wanted to formally introduce Mike Schwartz. He's a very welcome member to our team in the planning division. He's a local kid.
Well, he's one of his former school teachers here.
Yeah, and I think he told me that his desire was to at some point come home and be the planning director for the city of Joliet. So he's fulfilling his dream.
Well, Jimmy Haller that just left was my paper boy when he was a kid, so we
So-
like to keep it close and in the family. So
Yeah.
welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Isn't it a wonderful world? God made